Hi, my name is Israel Vasquetelle, and welcome to the TurnTable, a roundtable discussion featuring entertainment and music business students, artists, and anyone with a vested interest in the music industry. And today we have the amazingly soulful R&B artist BerNycole with us today. And I know you're just starting to, even though you have an amazing voice, you're super talented, you're just starting to create a presence online.
Yes.
So we gathered experts in the music and entertainment space to kind of give you maybe some tips about engaging with your fans online. So I'd love to start a little bit with probably one of the more popular trends right now, which is live social media video. And I know we had a little, with 3300, we had a little experiment where we had one of our artists, Ray Acevedo, formerly of Menudo, who's also been on the TurnTable. And I was surprised that we had something like 2,000 people actually watch the live stream. What are your thoughts? Any examples that you folks have seen of live video and engagement with artists? What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. The live feature does something that no status can do. Whenever you post a status, it does not pop up on somebody else's feed saying this person just posted a status. They're probably going to scroll through it because everybody has a short attention span. So out of the 5,000 friends that they have, they're only paying, or should I say looking for the 8 or 9 that they converse most frequently with. But the live feature pops up as a thumbnail while they're on their mobile device. So even if they're not familiar with you, if they happen to catch you in the middle of something that's eye-catching, they're going to tune in. So that feature alone makes going live awesome. On top of that, you could create a personal relationship a lot more easy with the live feature, because while you're going live, you can interact with people in real time, as opposed to sending them a message, hey, what kind of music are you into? Or, you know, trying to hit them with a cold turkey music link. You can actually get to know the people. When somebody is catcalling you in a mall, right? We were actually talking about this a little earlier. If somebody's catcalling in the mall, you're walking down the mall, you're not looking to buy anything, but somebody straight up comes up to you like, hey, you know, it might startle you. But if you see it out the corner of your eye and it catches your attention, you're going to go towards them. So the live feature, use it a lot.
Yeah, that's a great point. Moving pictures and knowing the fact that it's something happening right now and maybe you're missing out, I think is an interesting way to look at it. So do we have any examples of artists that are really engaging with their fans online? The most obvious example to me is someone that I had the opportunity to interview, and she probably in many ways is the poster child for this, and that's Amanda Palmer. You know, just letting folks know that she's gonna, you know, maybe do a spur of a moment meetup and showing up and engaging with her fans. Anyone that comes to mind that really is doing it right?
Someone who is actually trending right now, artist is Migos. Like, I follow Quavo, Offset, and Takeoff, and they're always every day posting videos and, you know, live feeds about songs they're doing and just beats that, hey guys, what do you think about this and stuff like that. They are also showing, you know, stuff that they're buying and concerts and videos. I don't even really have to go to a concert because it's on Snapchat or Facebook. So I think that is very, like, helpful and definitely gives the opportunity for the fans to see what's happening behind the scenes and stuff.
So any other interesting examples? Anything else that comes to mind? Okay, Hobson.
Hobson is genius when it comes down to his live, because not only does he use his live to, you know, do the everyday stuff like market, brand your product, and, you know, announce whatever it is you got coming out, but he makes his fans look forward to him going live because he randomly selects fans and he'll invite them to this co-host thing, which Facebook and Instagram, a lot of these social media platforms now are allowing 2 people to go live simultaneously. He'll randomly select a fan and ask the fan how their day's been, you know, what's their favorite project or whatever. They get all happy because they actually get to speak to somebody they look up to, and all the watchers see how great of a person he actually is, aside from the gimmick Hobson. So it makes more people want to follow him, you know?
Yeah, I think, well, an example would probably be like when a lot of networks were creating apps, apps where you can see, like for award shows, let's just say. And if you download this app, you get to see behind the scenes of what's happening, as people are getting ready to go on stage. And you don't get that opportunity. And so now, with everybody having access to the live stream and everything, and I think it's a great opportunity to show people even your authenticity, as they say, and as long as it's yourself too that's doing it, I think is the best thing. The best opportunity is to show it that it's you that's actually doing it. It's you that's showing people, like, this is my ritual perhaps before you go on stage, kind of thing. That's always cool to see too.
I remember a while back I had the opportunity to speak with the founder of SoundCloud, and one thing that he mentioned in regard to engagement and SoundCloud, which is obviously a huge platform in the music space, was an artist that was using it to get bits and pieces of sound from his fans that he would then incorporate into a new release. So talk about the ultimate engagement. They're part of the producing process. So are there any other platforms that come to mind that are being used that maybe are effective or maybe folks might look into?
Periscope.
Okay.
So underused. Periscope is big. Periscope is not only used in the United States. So, for instance, Facebook, you probably have 5,000 friends. How many of them are from the UK? How many of them are outside of the United States? You probably have a couple, but it's not going to make up the majority of your list. And overseas shows pay a lot more. Overseas fans are very interactive, and they're looking for new stuff. When you're on Periscope, you have access to Brazil, all of South America. You got access to all of Europe. And as long as you're doing something live that's interesting, because again, one of the things I always say, make sure all of your content is shareable content. If it's not shareable content, don't put it out. But if you have something that's good quality and you share it on Periscope, the way their format works is, as you're being viewed, the viewers that you have can hit a share button and pass that as a snowball effect to all of their followers. So you could literally, like yesterday I did a live that had 5,875 live viewers. And that was within a 17-minute mark, with a lot of people from overseas asking where they could find me on social media. It's really, really imperative that people jump onto any social media platform that comes out, because you never know if it's going to blow up. You got to catch that train while you can. And on top of that, all of these social media platforms, this is a little gem, by the way. There's something called OBS. A lot of people don't know what OBS is. OBS is a software that allows you to customize your Facebook Live because if you're scrolling through something, whether it's Periscope, Facebook, Twitter, the thing that catches your attention most is what you're going to stop to look at. Common sense, right? Well, this platform, like, you could go to fbliveclub.com, cheap plug, and you could learn how to customize all of your social media platforms so that when people are scrolling, no matter where you're at, you're going to get your eyes are going to be locked into this, because you could put phone numbers, like she was saying, for fans to call in with Google Voice and stuff like that, a custom layout with your own template. It really stands out.
Nice. That's awesome.
This is probably really, I'm sure some of this is common sense, but I think that some people tend to forget is engaging with your audience on social media, because not only does it bring more attention to your platform or to your post, not on Facebook, even on Instagram. Like, if somebody says something, say thank you or retweet it. Just retweeting people, and that stuff. Because people want to feel validated, so they want to know that they read my tweet, or they read my message, and they love that, and they're gonna love you even more for that. You know what I mean? So it's just interacting in the simplest in that way too, I think, is the best thing you could do.
That's such a great point. Yeah.
I think it's just like when you're walking down the street and you give someone a smile, or you say hi to someone, how are you doing? Like, that'll stick with them just for you being nice. And then another thing I wanted to say about live was that the good thing about that is everything now, it has to be so aesthetically pleasing. Like, with live, you can just be you. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
There's no take two.
There's no take two. There's no pressure to make everything perfect.
Sure.
You're just being you. So that again, gives your fans some
And
insight.
I think just to elaborate on that, I really feel like that's what people are like. They want. They want the real you. They really don't want, you know, you to be somebody else or act a certain way because you're on camera, like, you know, any professional production. But just being yourself and being you and me silly, that's I grow closer to people because I build that connection with them, just being myself. And then when they hear me or my music, they see myself in my music.
Let's talk a little bit about maybe missteps. First of all, is there too much to share? Are some people maybe sharing too much, and other missteps that folks make? What do you think?
Yes, I have to say so.
Go for it.
I've seen so much stuff on social media that I feel like people should just leave it at home. I mean, even with artists, like, they have, like, just your business. I feel like you can put personal things out there so people can relate to it, but too personal, whereas your personal business, that's a problem. Like, I feel like you can go too far with that because I understand people are still judgmental and they judge you off of that. And sad to say, if they don't like what they see, you lost that fan. So it's good to be personal, but too personal and your actual business, no, never.
I think it depends. I think it depends on who you're targeting. For instance, let's say my personal life is I like to go fishing with pink flip-flops. Doesn't sound like something you would really put out there, right? But if you have a lot of people who like fishing, the point is know your crowd. You know, obviously, if you have a lot of conservative people who don't like a certain thing, try to avoid that. You know, catering to them. What you were talking about though, with the shareable content, a lot of people don't realize that all of these social media platforms have a specific way that they function. And if you're sharing let's make it a little crazy. Let's say 30 posts a day. Let's say you're posting 30 times a day, but only 3 of those things were worthy of being shared. Facebook takes your stuff and makes it visible to 6% of the people on your list. That's it. So what are the chances that it's going to land on something shareable when someone's scrolling through it? So you got to make sure that the odds are with you, not against you, and share relevant stuff. You know, share things that you know, if there's a chance that this 6% sees this, how are they going to react to it? Make it count.
Yep.
Right.
I agree with that completely. Yeah, so you can't someone told me don't post what you want to post. Post what you should post.
Yeah.
And that made so much sense to me. It's because I'm naturally a rebel. So I'm like, no, I'm going to post this. Like, I like it. No, that's not what my audience wants to see. My audience expects a certain thing from me. So you have to deliver that. And it's really about being consistent with the message that you're putting out.
Awesome. Great discussion. So don't post 35 times a day,
God.
things that shouldn't be out
I
there.
think I have the patience.
BerNycole and her soulful music. Check her out.